Good afternoon. Another day for us to be light on our feet. Obviously, our preference is to work in the afternoon. We just enjoy working in the heat of the day, but work is the priority. And so we had to get out in front of Doppler. I like the guys' ability to be light on their feet, to turn it up, and they did that. I just love the energy that we're getting from them in the competition. There's some ebb and flow, obviously, but that's part of this process this time of year. We're introducing them, obviously, to some situational ball as we prepare to go into a stadium this weekend. We finished with 2 minutes today, and so we'll just continue to stack our chips in that regard in an effort to gain some preparedness and to further get to know those guys. We appreciate the plays being made out here, but really just sets the stage for what happens in stadium. And so that's our focus as we start to lean in on the weekend. Friday, we'll start establishing some depth in terms of who's playing in the division of labor for the weekend. We just like to stay where we are right now. If we start leaning toward the weekend too much, we don't take advantage of the opportunity that is Wednesday and Thursday. And so that's just our general mindset. I'll be happy to pause and answer any questions.
Mike, what's your impression of some of the battles when you have corners or defensive backs against receivers, some of those battles you're having out here?
It's ebb and flow. It really is, and the skill sets are different depending on the circumstance. And as you guys can see, we got a bunch of different types of receivers. Tall guys, small guys with great stop and go, and oftentimes those skill sets really dictate the nature of the matchup. We were working in the red zone yesterday in the tight red, and we focused on a lot of jump balls to the bigger bodied guys. If you look at people working in the slot, you'll see guys like 84 and 19 and 89, guys with great stop and go, trying to lean on those skills. And so a lot of the work, it's the same cast of characters, but there's a different emphasis based on the skill set of the people involved.
Mike, how do you balance the success of the offense on the 2-minute drill and a lack of success on the defense?
You don't. You roll the ball out there and you challenge competitors to compete. And if people are tired of getting their butts kicked, then they start kicking a little butt of their own.
Coach, Connor Heyward, what elements of his game are you looking forward to incorporating the offense?
You know, I'm just still getting to know him. I'm not ready to anoint him just yet. He's making some plays and getting better. And we're liking some of the things that we're seeing from him, and he's getting better from a conditioning standpoint. And for a lot of young guys, that's a challenge. They got offense or defensive responsibilities, but also these instructional special teams periods are huge for them, and they burn a lot of gas in those periods, and he's one that I see getting better in that regard.
When you look at George Pickens, obviously another guy you don't want to anoint right now, but what can he get better on? We've seen flashes so far, but
absolutely everything. He's got talent, but there's a difference between talent and skill. And that's what we're trying to educate him and others regarding. God gives them the talent. We develop the skill in settings like this relative to the positions that they play.
Anyone else?
The tight end group, it seems like it's a tight-knit group, and they seem to be close and everything, and Connor in that group. Is that a group, is that typical that a position group like that seems to be so close?
I think it's very reasonable, particularly in groups that are small in number. Quarterback group, specialists, tight ends, that's a common occurrence.
Are there any updates with Dodson or?
No, I think everyone can continue to be described as day-to-day, the guys that I outlined in that way, and hopefully we'll start getting some of those guys back sooner rather than later.